Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another deep dive into the anime world. Today we are talking about Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online Season 2, and oh boy, do we have a lot to unpack here. First off, let's address the big question. Does this season deliver on the hype? Short answer, kind of. Long answer, well, it's complicated. We've got our favorite pin-sized protagonist, Len, back in action. The Pink Devil returns with more tactical brilliance and more pink than your average bubblegum factory explosion. This season kicks off with a bang, literally and figuratively, diving headfirst into the intense gunfights that make you forget you're watching an anime and not the latest Call of Duty esports match. Character development is a bit of a mixed bag this time around. Len continues to be a fascinating character, blending a complex mix of vulnerability and lethal prowess. However, the supporting cast, yeah, they are about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. We see glimpses of interesting backstories, but they are often overshadowed by the relentless pace of the plot. Seriously, it's like the writers decided character arcs are just optional side quests. Speaking of plot, season 2 introduces some new game mechanics and stakes that keeps things fresh. The tournament and the showdowns are as exhilarating as yet ever. Yet there's a lingering sense that the narrative is a bit scattershot. The storylines sometimes feel like they are trying to juggle too many elements at once, and not all ball stays in the air. It's like watching someone try to juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle. Entertaining, but inevitably messy. Now let's talk about the animation and the fight scenes because let's be honest, that's one of the main reasons why we're here. The animation quality remains top-notch with fluid action sequence and stunning visuals that keeps your eyes glued to the screen. Every bullet fired feels impactful, every explosion is a visual treat. But then again, there are moments where the spectacle overshadows the story. It's like they pour all the budget into making things go boom while forgetting to give the narrative some love. One of the highlights is the continued exploration of the in-game world of Gun Gale Online. The environments are richly detailed, the tactical combat is portrayed with impressive accuracy, but while the setting is as compelling as ever, the overall emotional depth sometimes takes a backseat. It's like they built a beautiful house, but they forgot to furnish it. Alright, let's get into the nitty gritty. The action scenes are undeniably the heart and soul of this season. They are meticulously choreographed and visually arresting. However, there's a caveat. Some battles feel like they go on forever. It's like the showrunners forgot that sometimes less is more. Lengthy firefights can start to feel like a grind, and not the fun kind where you get a cool loot at the end. Instead, you just get a sense of deja vu and a numbness to the constant barrage of bullets. The villains this season are quite an interesting bunch. On one hand, they have some quite unique quirks that make them stand out. On the other hand, their motivations often seem deep as a kiddie pool. It's like they got their evil plans from a discount bin at the villainy store. You almost expect them to twirl their mustaches and laugh maniacally. The pacing of the show deserves a mention too. At times, it feels like you are riding a roller coaster designed by someone who thought speed limits were for suckers. One minute, you're deep in an emotional scene. The next, you are thrust into a high octane gunfight. This whiplash inducing pace can leave viewers feel a bit disoriented. It's as if the creators couldn't decide whether they wanted to make a drama or an action flick, so they threw both into a blender and hope for the best. But let's not be too harsh though. Despite its flaws, Season 2 does have moments of brilliance. The camaraderie between Elen and her allies bring a touch of warmth to the otherwise cold metallic world of Gun Online. There are scenes that genuinely tug at the heartstrings and make you root for the characters. Also, the show's exploration of the themes like identify and escapism the show's oration of themes like identity and escapism in the digital age remain as relevant as ever. It's interesting to see how characters navigate their virtual personas and the impact these have on their real lives. This meta commentary on gaming culture adds a layer of depth that is worth appreciating, even if sometimes get lost in the midst of gunfire and explosion. In a true of a fashion, though, let's break it down to the brass tacks. Is Gun Gun Online Season 2 worth your time? If you're here for a high octane action strategy gunfight and a protagonist who is both adorable and deadly, then absolutely yes. Just temper your expectations for the narrative depth. It's an entertaining ride, but don't expect it to be a philosophical journey. So there you have it. Sort of online alternative Gun Gun Online Season 2 is like a roller coaster, thrilling and fun, but maybe not the most substantial experience once you step off. But hey, sometimes that's all you need. And that's all for today. See you next video. Do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.